Hey guys, welcome back to another Vanguard video. Today we're talking about Charmout here, and we're doing something that is illegal in both JP and English formats, which is using Emmael. So Black Wings and White Wings was actually errata to only work if you're on a less chill Vanguard, but it's actually not patched in Deer Days. We don't have this errata yet, so we can actually use Emmael along with the promo High Five, which just got added in this patch for DZBT7. And so High Five allows it to be played from drop for CB1, and most importantly, it is just draw one cycle, call a unit, but it's here so we can get even cards and bind to activate Emmael. Now, Emmael says at the end of the battle it attacked while boosted, which is really easy to get because Charmout's always going to be calling our named rears out. You can choose a card from your soul or rear guards and return it to your hand. If you chose from soul, it goes into soul. So what you'll do is you'll grab a PG from your soul because it doesn't specify without sentinel. And then we can essentially quote-unquote loop the PG. It's not actually a loop, but we can repeat the action by using Orialis to rest itself, choose any card from drop, we'll choose the PG, put it back to soul, and then call out Emmael again through cards such as Pleasure, pretty much our only EB3 usage, and then we'll get Emmael again to keep looping PGs. And it's just a really fun combo that is really only legal in Deer Days. We didn't have it really much available for English for quite a while because basically Deer Days, not Deer Days, we got High Five really late in English, so we barely had this at all. JP got to kind of play with it for like a little while, but it's a pretty big buff to Charmout because essentially you have infinite PGs as long as you have the resources every turn, and you can technically grab 2 PGs a turn if you wanted to because your numbers are already going to be massive with Charmout for your boosters and for Van, as well as the drive check behind rear, and you have a lot of easy like counter charge, soul charge, drawing cards. So I think overall Charmout is just really strong with this. I don't know if I would necessarily put it in tier 1, but with Bab Hit, I think this is definitely a very strong deck in Deer Days right now if you do want to try it out, because it's perfectly legal in Deer Days, just not in real life in either JP or English formats. But yeah, really cool deck. So I'm going to play at least 1 or 2 ranked games and see, you know, how it turns out, how it does. But yeah, I'm playing on Steam right now, so we'll see how long it takes to find a game. Yeah, oh, we got a game. We're fighting someone in Rookie. Oh my goodness. So we went from fighting someone in Master to someone in Rookie because there's, I guess, nobody playing right now. Okay, we lost, so I assume they're taking first, unless they're a mass deck. Oh my gosh, they're a mass deck? Oh wow, we hit the package here. I'm actually down to keep PG. I'm fine to just... Wow, this hand is so good. Oh my goodness. Hound Masters. What? So Solarian Mass isn't in the game. Why in the world would they want to take second? I guess we're about to find out. Turn 1 ditch High Five. Very nice, of course. So let's see what they're playing here. They're on Luke sleeves? Like, what? Are we playing against something jank in, like, Rookie? That'd be hilarious, honestly. No, it is Hound Raizers. Okay. I guess they want second for the drive check. I don't know why you wouldn't take first as Hound Raizers, though. Anyways, we'll find out. We'll find out. So starter skill, drawing 1 for going second. We pretty much just have to eat their early game. At least we have a 15k shield to guard. All right, so Surgan, that's going to be 21. Okay, nothing else to try lane with, thank goodness. So we're obviously going to just eat this. We could want to pass, but usually it's just not worth it here. And we have like so many pieces set up in our hand. Really, we only need the 1 CB for our grade 3 turn. But like, even then, really, this deck doesn't technically need CB because we have Pleasure. Okay, there's our 2 CB. That's not good. Alright, so 2 damage it is. It does look like Hound Raizers because we do have this guy right here. We did get the extra power, also the energy charge or soul charge. Ouch. -1 crits. Okay, so we're at 2 crits. That's unlucky. I could ditch Emmael and put Emmael back to soul, but oh my gosh, I had a draw trigger. That's really nice. Am I worried about getting CB denied? Oh, and we find Recius too. Oh my goodness. I could try line with Pleasure here and be really greedy, but I'm also down to just like swing pass as well. Just swing 18. Let's see what we draw for turn first though. That draw is really helpful. We're not really worried about CB deny with Orialis anymore. So honestly, that could just be the play too. I'm kind of down to ditch Pleasure just because we have Recius anyways to get big power. Or I can be greedy and ditch the 15. I think that's also probably fine. To greed or not to greed? Because Orialis basically makes tri-lane here, which is pretty nice. In fact, we can grab the ride line as well, but we'd probably rather keep that in hand, so... I'm going to be greedy and pitch the heal here. Alright. Alright, call behind Van, get that soul charge. Oh, we soul charge high 5, that's pretty nice. We're gonna CB1, searching. Let's grab the grade 2, because if they kill it, we can just put it back to soul. We do kind of miss out on the draw this way, but like we have the grade 1 rad line to call, which is like fine. So this pretty much just makes us 2 columns that we can kind of just like swing past with. I think tri-laning would also have been fine here as well. But this is a little bit safer. Because they're pretty much going to just eat this anyways. Alright. Okay, another Orialis, that's fine. Okay, they would have hit the defensive if we tri-laned, so it didn't really matter. This is just 5 to guard now. Next turn we're chilling pretty easily, and we can also... Let's see, we have high 5 and drop. Is there anything we want to grab off Emmael? We didn't soul charge a persona. We kind of want to save Emmael, honestly, for later turns. Like, what they could do to be annoying is, like, swing side, but then, like, we get the free ride up, and then we call 2 things, and then copy their power to Van. So, like, I think this is perfectly fine. We definitely do want to hit Persona Ride, for sure, though. But, like, it's fine. We're not on grade 3 turn yet. So they end up damaging PG. So this guy's the check top 7. I can just show it off here by pressing C. Taking a while to see what they pitch here. Okay, gonna touch a crit. Alright, there goes our check top 7. See what they get. Okay. So I guess this is just for the +5 in the early game, right? Back or rear circle gets +5. You get the soul charge or energy charge. I'm gonna go for the energy charge instead. Alright. Going for the early E7 draw 1. Neat. Very neat. So they can make some pretty good columns here. This is the guard restrict. +5 shield from back row when they intercept, because the grade 3 lets you do that. And then this also gets pretty big early, right? No, it doesn't get power till opponent's grade 3 greater, but this is still 18-23. This is pretty good numbers, honestly. Oh, wow. They're going to activate it early? Okay. I mean, if they whiff, they countercharge. Oh, wow. They're going to get another one. Oh, my goodness. This is, like, quite an aggressive turn. Now I wish I kept the 15 heal. So he pretty much guards side and then, like, take, which is, like, pretty bad. I mean, I guess we could PG and salvage it back next turn, but that, like, feels pretty bad. Oh, they're just going to leave this in the back row. Okay, cool. So I could 30 to, like, OT past this, but I'm going to greed and just take it. Okay. So that's the grade 3 that... Okay, I can't click it fast enough because it's in drive check animation, but that's a grade 3 that lets you intercept from back row. Losing Emmael's fine. Okay, let's see if they swing side. Doesn't matter. We're just going to 15 this anyways. Alright. There's another prompt. Is this for the on attack? Oh yeah, you may soul charge. Alright, do they go for the soul charge? No, okay. So guard this. We don't really need another Orialis. Like, we could burn it to deck then, which I think is also fine. I kind of want a high 5 cycle to find Persona Ride. So we ride up for free. We could just deck then 1, 2. I think that's also fine. It's kind of awkward not having the grade 3 to clear out our board here. Because honestly, this is a really easy just call rad line, match power, swing pass, honestly. We don't really need to use Recius either, because the problem is if we don't have Persona Ride turn, it's pretty bad. Let's see. I could honestly just double Pleasure here to build up Soul, which is also really nice here. Because I don't think we're going to get CB denied by Hound Riser, but, you know, I kind of want to do this just for the cycle to see if we kind of agree Persona Ride. Now I want to keep this for next turn. Okay, let's just call this out. We don't want the grade 3 to shove to Soul for high 5 red text to give +5 to Van, so yeah, let's not activate this. And call out Ride Line. We don't have to worry about retire since this is Hound Riser, which is really nice. I mean, we can only grab, let's see, so we're going to Hadia, shove back to Soul, and we'll keep the 2. Yeah, we can kind of keep the intercept there, and we're like kind of fine with that. Because we're going to shove this column back in anyways to draw 1. Alright, this is like super greedy. Okay. I mean, I think I could have done this better, but anyways, let's not boost. Skill activates. Just have the match Vanguard. Let me see. For this, we can't. Yeah, you have to attack while not boosted anyways for skill prompt. It's counter charge. Okay, so we still charge another Emmael. I guess I could have gambled on hitting Soul Charging P-Ride and grabbing it back off Emmael, but like we had nothing good from drop to grab back to Soul anyways, and no other Soul Charge effects, so... Okay, so they're going to PG to not explode here. Okay, another PG, can't complain about that. Still hoping for P-Ride. Okay, crit pretty good. They're both same numbers, doesn't really matter. So let's see if they want to go to 4. And then obviously this can't attack from back row. I kind of just called this just so we'd have it for next turn. But honestly, we just shove these 2 to Soul to draw 1. And then we can keep this intercept, and then we still have the 2 in Soul, which is all good. We have lots of Soul. Okay, so they're going to twin cast this. So they twin cast 15? No, they need a front. Oh my goodness. They need double intercept back row? Oh no, they don't have the ability yet. Ooh. Never mind. This guy does not get additional shield in the back row. Oh my gosh, they have to drop 20. Alright, well they stay at 3. No P-Ride though kinda sucks, but... Honestly, we could have kept Orialis for like, what, 23? This would be 23, 13, 36. But then this side would have been weaker because I arrested. Anyways, let's shove both to Soul just to draw 1. Because we have the other... We have the grade 2 red line in Soul. This is the one we got off Orialis. Okay, we draw a heal. So still no Persona Ride. Alright, let's see what Hound Renders do on this turn. They're still basically 4 attacks, so... So Aoi gets +5 to all your back row high beasts. Soul Blast 2, they can tutor something out. And activate Ride Line first. And then they basically give the back row ability to, after it boosts to stand itself and does a single drive, pretty much. Yep. So that means they have 2 of those in hand. Did they just pitch it for Ride Deck? I was not watching what they pitched for Ride Deck. Yeah, I think they did. So this is the guy that gives intercept to back row. They gain intercept and can also intercept from back row, and then gets the crit as well because I'm on grade 3. But I mean, we're chilling here with 2 PGs. There's like no way we die here unless like OT or some BS. So CP for skill. Yep. Alright. I assume you swing Van here first. Unboosted. Wait, did they do Runk swing order? Oh, wait, it doesn't perform drive checks? Wait, what? Oh, no, this is performing drive checks. Okay. So let's just 15 this then. Oh, no, I have to grab it 2 or more. What do we not really care about here? Yeah, I don't think we really care about pleasure here. This is OT pass. If we had a draw, this would be a lot easier. Okay, so this is a lot of crit pressure. So crit pressure here, and then crit pressure wherever they put the critical trigger. We're obviously going to PG with high 5 here, so we can play it next turn. So we lose to 2 crits pretty much. Actually, no, we PG. Never mind. There's no way we die here from 3. And then stands. Like, I'm familiar with what Hound Raizers does, but I don't think I've actually played against it before. I think I've just seen other people play it. Obviously, we're going to PG this. PGing high 5. Alright, get this high 5 out of my hand. So we have plenty of soul to work with from Orialis. Worst thing, if they check a crit, they do a 3 crit poke, but we have PG for that. Oh my gosh, that's pretty bad. Okay, thank goodness we got a second PG. Otherwise, we would just lose on the spot here to over trigger. They're splitting it. Interesting. I feel like I would just give 100 mil here because this is going to become... this is going to gain the additional crit, no? Yeah, okay. I guess they just want to split it. I would just put everything here because you get 3 crit 100 mil poke. But I guess this is fine. We take 1 PG, the other one, pretty much. But yeah, interesting, I guess. I would think just poking for 3 is safer. And then if they were like really scared, they could also just like not swing, get into heal range. Well, we're gonna have to take this one. I think this is the prompt for the soul charge again, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just take this. So we go to 5, that's fine. Deny them heals. Lose another crit. Okay, sure. Power to Vanguard, obviously. I keep forgetting I have to click off the C prompt if I want to like remove it again. Second damage, nothing. Okay, that would have been nice to cycle next turn, but that's fine. So we still get 33 for next turn for Charmout. This is like super small, right? Is this counting the power, or is the power part of the... Oh, the power is part of the auto, so this is 36. Still really easy 15 guard. So we'll guard with the heal over the crit just to keep some information. Yeah, so if they gave the 100 mil there, that would be an 100 mil 3 crit. So if I didn't have PG, I would have like auto lost pretty much. It really depends on your playstyle. I think splitting was fine here, so I go to 5. But also if their hand, they only have 6 cards in hand. They're like pretty dead if I flip a crit. So let's see if we top deck Persona Ride. These numbers will still be massive. Okay, no Persona Ride. Let's see. Do we want to E7 draw 1? We don't have Pleasure anyways. Let's just see what we get. We get a draw. I mean, that's fine. So we are going to shove the PG to draw into Soul. Doesn't really matter where we do this, honestly, because we're going to match power and Ven's going to be massive. Let's put the PG into Soul. We have to kind of overcall Recius anyways, which is like super weird. Anyways, let's just... We have 3 CB to work with. We're going to countercharge this turn 2. So let's play high 5. We're just going to call Emmael now. Do we have... Let me see. If we call Emmael... Okay. So I was going to say if we grab the 3, we could call it, shove it to Soul with Recius and Emmael, then cycle draw 1. But here it doesn't really matter because we're just going to overcall Recius anyways, so... Let's just call Recius here. It doesn't really matter. Give Giant Power to Vanguard. Okay, nice. We're going to overcall it anyways, which is so weird. And then once it leaves, high 5 will proc, and we'll give +5 to Van. So that is the whole text for high 5, but really it's just the red skill here that's going to give +5. Then we'll use Orialis. We are going to have to overcall Orialis, but we're just going to do this for the extra power. And let's get... it doesn't really matter. I guess Recius could come up later if we get another Pleasure somehow. And then we're going to use Vanguard's skill, C being 1. So we have the 2 on board, so we're going to call the 0 and the 1. There we go. Almost clicked the wrong one, so it's 0. It doesn't really matter because we're going to match power anyways. Yeah, we want something to boost Emmael. And yeah, so everything will be buffed by... Everything will be matched to 43 for the red line. And then we're going to grab another PG here, so... We're looking pretty good. Let's see our Soul. I don't believe we Soul Charge any Persona Ride, right? Yeah, so we're just grabbing PG from Soul. Attack not boosted. We're Soul Blast to triggers. Doesn't really matter here. We have so much excess Soul to work with because we found double Orialis. Choosing those 3. Let's just get the... no, we Soul Blast high 5 here. Alright. And then countercharge, soul charge. So getting 24 in deck, but we're not really close to deck out yet anyways. Not countercharge in case, I don't know, we want to heal the Emmael. It doesn't really matter. Soul charge another high 5. Crazy. Okay. So hopefully we'll find our Persona rides. Because we have what? Plus 20. We overcalled one Orialis because I wanted to get the Emmael for the other PG. I didn't think we'd draw another one. But if we did Soul Charge Persona Ride, we could also grab it off Emmael. But obviously we put in the PG into Soul, so we could grab that. So dry check Emmael for next turn, not bad. And Pleasure. Okay, so Pleasure can grab us anything else from Soul into board. That's really nice. So we're going to start our drive check. This is going to be 43-1 drive. So 43-1 drive from the back row. We still have like barely flipped any triggers. So we still have OT. We lost a lot of crits. And the 3 out of 4 PG is because we know that information. But really they've only seen 1 PG, which we shove back to Soul. Okay, so they're going to take this. 1 drive check. Okay, draw trigger is pretty nice. We can just even out columns both to 53. What do we draw? We drew a Pleasure. What the heck? Okay, well, we're definitely not dying next turn, but I am a little bit worried about reaching the enough power because we only have E5 to work with next turn. Okay, they hit defensive. Doesn't really matter. I mean, the garbage truck next turn would be really annoying, but we'll have 3 PGs, so there's like no way we die, especially with OT out, because we know obviously they're not playing Val Newton. They already checked OT. So 53, casual 53, and the other side's also 53. And then we pretty much just grab PG off this and call it a day. And then of course we still have to draw one from Hadia too. So let's see if they take. Alright, they go to 5. Alright, 5th damage. Oh, they're playing the undercover. Interesting. I can show it off in a sec. Let me just do this last swing. I think it'll put me into attack animation though. You do have to put a card with undercover back, but you can basically bounce back to hand. And you also get the additional shield, but they're not playing... no, you have to play Aoi starter, I think. Do you? For the red line? Let me check. Actually, not sure. Yeah, how come they're not playing undercover starter if they're playing the grade 1? It's only for Rotapon. Interesting. Okay. So they're not playing undercover starter, even though they're playing the grade 2 Tigress. Okay, so they're going to PG this, obviously. We're going to have the draw one from Hadia, and then Emmael will add PG to hand. Alright, it doesn't really matter order here, so let's shove these 2. We could shove our Intercept back to Soul, but it doesn't really make much sense. We have Orialis anyways if we need more ride line. I mean, we have Pleasure to call out as well too. Okay, we draw Persona Ride. That's really big. Let's see. Let's go to Soul. Let's grab this PG. Nice. So now we got 3 PGs, Persona Ride, and a whole lot of shield to work with. Let me see. Is there a world where I actually shove this into Soul? Not really, because I keep the Intercept. If he swings into it, it's kind of annoying. But we'll still have really massive columns anyways. And then we can always Orialis, shove it to Soul, and then have Pleasure call it out. Because obviously I didn't know I was going to draw 2 Pleasures. But yeah, Pleasure plus Vanguard skill basically guarantees all 3. Because Christmas Charmout does call 3, but this one only calls... There we go. Sorry, I meant to press C. So Charmout only calls 2. The new Christmas one, the one that we're getting in January, does actually call 3. But anyways, that's not the point here. The point is basically with Charmout's Vanguard skill plus Pleasure, we make all 3. So we're like chilling. So this is 13 with a drive. We know OT's out, so we can just guard this 33. It doesn't really matter. Do we just 28 this? Yeah, we know OT's out anyways. We don't need a second Pleasure. I guess I'll keep Emmael, but like I don't think we'll need it for next turn because they can't 6 damage heal anyway. So really it doesn't matter what we guard with. 28 is already OT pass. We know OT's out, so we can't get robbed here. And then we have 3 PGs, so there's pretty much no way for them to win. And they can't 6 damage OT because their OT's out, obviously. Okay, so they drive check the Topaz. Nice shield for them, but doesn't really matter because they're at 5 against Charmout. Even if they heal down to 4, if we do flip a crit, that's pretty bad for them. We also still have Over Trigger as well. 3 crits and over in deck. Okay, let's see. Can I not waste a PG and just do 43 to Van? This is what, 41? I'll just wait for the number. Easy to just PG Van and then guard side afterwards. What do we not care about here? I guess the draw. Let me see. Technically, I should be thinking ahead for whether I want Emmael Pleasure here, because I can just easily pitch one of those. I don't think we need Emmael for next turn, because we're just going to... We have to kill next turn anyways, so... Really, you could pitch draw or something else, but I'm going to pitch Emmael, because we keep Pleasure just to guarantee if he does swing side, that we just have all three anyways. Okay, nothing. Second check. And then from here, they're just, like, super dead. All right. So yeah, we could just final turn here, honestly, for the VP. Because there is the final turn button, the true evil button, that you are encouraged to use in this game to get extra VP. Because they have, like, no out here, unless they heal, like, several times over. They have shown no heals, though, so they could still live. This is what... Is this that small? Oh, they didn't find Persona Eye, that's why. Oh my gosh. So I think 38 should be enough for this. 38, so we'll 43 this and then just PG other side. I think this is actually bigger than the other side. But yeah, I mean, we could also just, like, I mean, with 2 PGs, there's no way you die here, right? Because we know OT's out. Otherwise, I think you could make an argument that you just PG this so you don't get scammed by the OT single drive. But, you know, with OT out, 13 single drive, we know there's no way we can get scammed here. This is also really small too, right? So this is giving the 5 to back row. Yeah, so 18 boost, 31, so it's 36 2 crits. So ideally with the 15 you guard this, but again we had the PG, so yeah, if you wanted to play more for grind game, you could just ML next turn to get another PG because we have Orialis on the board and that was like never gonna go away because we're fighting Keter. I mean, I guess Keter technically has is it BLM? It's like a really weird name. The guy that bought decks. Let's see, we don't really need draw here. We keep P-Ride. And we do also have another high five we could be proccing next turn if we did want to. 19 in deck. Yeah, we're not decking out anytime soon. Okay. I'm not going to bother with Persona, with final turn here. So we do just find the other PG. So we could be looping for 3 PGs if we really wanted to. Wow. That's crazy. So, we also do have high five as an option too, because we go down to 0 CB, we can just CC as well. But I don't know, there's just so much we could do this turn, but it doesn't really matter. Like they have to like hit like 3 heals in order to live. Anyways, let's get, let me see. We could actually Emmael here. That's kind of evil, honestly. Van is going to be what, 33 with, Van won't actually be that big. Interesting. I mean, unironically, I'm down to high five just for pleasure, just to draw 1, because we're not really close to deck out. So we're gonna spend the other CB on Vanguard skill. Because unironically, we are going to. Oh my gosh, we hit the Recius. That's so evil. That's so evil. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. Vanguard's like massive now. This is actually so cooked for them. So we could loop Persona Ride, but we'll just show the PG thing off here. I doubt we'll get it because they're just like actually dead. Unless they have, what, 4 PGs and they're already out 1. Never mind, they're out 3 PGs. It's cooked. It's cooked for them. There's no way they can live. So let's rest. Let's just, I guess, put a PG to soul just so we can show it off again. We're going to overcall it just so we can get the +5. So we'll activate that first, giving +5 to Van, so we'll hit 43. And then we're going to call out Emmael because we have the, let's just activate, he being 3. Oh, sure, I should have checked soul first if we had Emmael. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, okay. I should have double checked that though. Doesn't really matter because we're going to overcall to the back row anyways. And then let's Soul Blast, high five. Honestly, we have so much soul, there's like no reason to, but let's just get that into drop. Oh, no, we do the Soul Blast for the power to Van, right? Okay. And then CB1. I mean, we had just had so much soul this game from Orialis because we're not playing a retire matchup. So we need what? The 0 and the 1. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, and as you can see, these are going to be some massive numbers. So Van is now casually 53. It would have been 43 without our, yeah, 43 because of high five without the, what's it called? No boost, without Recius's effect. Anyways, let's Soul Blast 2. We could also grab P-Ride here too with Emmael, but obviously it doesn't really matter. These are just massive numbers. Let's get rid of, what else do we not really care about? I guess Recius here. We'll just keep Emmael and Soul for now. Anyways, we get to Soul Charge, Counter Charge 1 from the Rad line. Well, technically this isn't the Rad line. This is the one we got in the deck. But anyways, so what else do we got in deck? We still have a heal, OT, and a crit. So if they weren't at higher damage, we'd be kind of in a bad position because we drew so many of our triggers. Anyways, no guard, Twin Drive, nothing. I mean, it is just so unguardable unless they heal. There's the crits. Yep. We'll give crit to Van, power to the single drive in the back row. Like, this is 73. Like, you just have to PG this, and they're just out too many PGs at this point. 2 damage. So they have to, like, double heal, still somehow have the last PG. Like, this is just so unwinnable. Yeah. So, yeah, Emmael looping PG is pretty crazy. We didn't really have the opportunity to loop the Persona ride, but, like, we didn't really need to because we were doing pretty well that game going first. And, of course, Emmael, you know, we just decided to loop PG instead because with 3 PGs guarding the single drive attack because they're 4-attack deck, there's just no way you die. All right, we found a game against someone in Rookie. We got really, really down pair because I guess nobody's playing at this really late hour. But I want to see if I can get one more game. I had 1 game against Hound Raizers, 2 games against Bav. One of them DC'd, and then the other one I basically got like completely destroyed because I drew no PGs. But anyways, let's see how this goes. I'm just going to click whatever. We're going second probably. I'm assuming if they're playing Bav or whatever. Okay. Could still really be anything. We don't see any high fives, so I'm just going to mull 5 and pray. All right, no high five, but we see a pleasure. Dark State starter. Okay. Let's see what this is. So an okay hand. We start with 2 crits. We definitely don't need 2 pleasures, especially when we're going second. Okay, it's Algemistar. There we go. So you get the resend crit and also just some extra power. We're probably going to get rushed if they have Bifron's 2. Finally, grade 3. Kind of don't want to keep it in hand, but it might be nice to cycle later. Let's see what we draw first. Because we're playing high five and Emmael, we don't have space for the Precious and whatnot. Anyways, let's see what we draw from going second. We don't have CB for Orialis, so I'll keep it. Drawing heal kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So let's see if they want the 1 CB. Just swing pass. All right, strap check. Nice early crit, so 2 damage. Pretty good for us. I do want to see if I can find high five to kind of show off the combo. I was finding it pretty consistently in the other recordings, but we'll see for this game. So while I'm just yapping while it's their turn. Oh my gosh, they damaged the CC order. That's pretty bad for them. Draw trigger is pretty good. So pleasure is pretty much just to get anything out of soul, like we said in the intro. Orialis is first soul in anything. This is just for more cycle. So like you could high five, call Recius, then call this, shove both to soul, draw 1, and get the +5 to ban, which is something really cool that I was doing in some recordings. But anyways, we'll see how this goes again. They are going to have to ditch P-Ride basically. So this is the new Unica we just got for set 7. You know, to write something a stand, and then, you know, but yada, 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 yada. Yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. They are going to see Bifrons for the aggro, CB1. And they could also do this early as well, because the red line is Algemistar named. Does it not show here? Oh, I guess it shows here on the card. I don't think it's showing my mouse, but, you know, at the top. So I'm pretty sure they're just resolving. There you go. Soul Blasting order. So they get the crit into soul, and then they also get to revive something back too. So we're going to get rushed back pretty hard, I'm assuming. We do have a lot of triggers to guard with, though, which is pretty nice. Already out 3 crits, though. But, I mean, we flipped the crit early, so not going to complain about that. They get, is this Platonic into, is it Plutonic or Platonic into drop? Plutonic here to check top 7, so you can find, like, your pieces, like your orders. I'm pretty sure it's just any card, right? Yeah, you can grab orders as well, which is really nice. Any grade 3 from among them. Oh my, the double filiating? Holy crap. Alright, so we can guard this in 23 as well, but... I'd rather do it not to get sacked next turn, honestly. Might as well guard while we still can, so let's show the heal that they don't know about, and then we'll guard with the other crit to OT passive ad, and then this other side is going to be 21 as well. Just we don't really need CB until grade 3 turn anyways, and we're going second, so yeah. Philly is just so strong here. Refilling up their hand, and we'll OT pass this with the crit that we Joe check, and then Plutonic's gonna check top 7. They're just getting a lot of cards to hand. Let's see if they whiff, or if they hit. What is that? I think that's the booster wolf. I saw boost on it. I don't know the full text of like Unica. I just roughly know what it does. So we'll go with the crit that we drove check. So OT pass. And then let's see what they drive check. Okay, drive check PG. We could guard this as well, but might as well just eat it. I just wanted to make sure we didn't go to 2. Because we do get a free ride up on turn 3. And I think honestly we're just 18 passing. Because we need all these pieces to hit enough power next turn. We could Orialis and like greed search the grade 2 ride line and do like 18-18, but I think just swinging 18 passes pretty acceptable, especially because we did not because we flipped the crit. They're already at 2, so if they don't want to guard the 18, they kind of have to drop 2 cards. Oh, draw is really big. Okay, what do we draw? Oh, we draw Emmael. Okay, great. We just need to hit high 5 now, and we got the combo set up. So let's see, what am I pitching here? I kind of need all these pieces for power. So this is +5, +5, +5, so this gets us to 33. So I'm kind of inclined to pitch Emmael here, honestly, because we can just shove it back to Soul off Orialis. Nothing, it's just the triggers and drop, right? Yeah, and Pleasure. Yeah, unfortunately we have to. We can always call it out of some Soul. We can always Orialis, shove it back to Soul, and then call Pleasure. So we're just going to do a very passive turn here. We're going to call the ride line behind Van. 18 columns, just really annoying to guard, and we're going to keep our hand because we really need the pieces right now. We Soul Charge Recius, that's really big. It's just a free +10 next turn. So we have a really big number because we definitely want to keep up the pressure going second. We could also call out Orialis again and like search rear guards and start swinging, but again, it feels kind of bad because we kind of need those pieces just to guarantee 33. But I mean, we still chose the Recius now with Pleasure, that's like +15. Wow, and we drive check at the heel. Well, we break the 1 to pass. I'm not complaining about that. That's sending them straight to 3. I thought we were at 2, so I thought we were going to heal, but yeah. We crit them, so they're 2, so we're at 1 damage. They don't heal. Or, I'm sorry, we don't heal. They hit another defensive draw. Wow. Okay. So we are out a decent amount of triggers, but our position is looking pretty good. 3 heals out, and no PGs, no high 5, but Emmael is just doing good stuff. We're going to shove this back to Soul. So obviously our Soul, let me just show the red line first. So red line we are going to ride up for free because obviously we have the Soul. We have the red line right here, and then we Soul Charge the Recius off the grade 1 effect, which is really big, I would say. So we basically get another +10 to have Van match all the rear powers and get really big. Here's the Van. Okay, so they have nothing in bind. Oh, no, they did. Whoa, wait, they didn't Unica to bind set up early? Oh, right. This puts a Soul. This doesn't set up bind. Okay, never mind. They have to wait 1 more turn for that. I thought Unica did this on the first turn. I guess it's just been a while. Last time I played against Unica was on the older form before set 7. Because I don't really know anyone that really plays this deck, honestly. Okay, so we're going to have Bifron's skill to go through deck. Energy Blasting 1, Soul Blasting 3. Let's see what they put into Soul. It has to be a trigger, right? Or is it a crit? Yeah. Unica is one of those weird decks where like it was like really weirdly designed at first, and then they tried to like fix it, and then it just ended up with like a really weird design overall at the end, and they kind of fixed it with the new cards, but it's still like feels a little bit underpowered. So they're gonna get the restand here with a crit. Does this happen on this turn if they have 5 or more? Okay. Let's see if they get it. So they're gonna get, I believe, another one off here. No, this is for the power. Okay. So I guess that means they don't have another Bifrons. They still only have, what, 2 crits in Soul? Does this have to be crits? I believe it does. Yeah, it has to be crits. Cannot be a trigger. Okay, so they've bricked pretty badly, I'm imagining. Like, this cannot be good for them. So they're going to poke a small number here. Kind of inclined to take this because I do want Orialis for the deck thin, but all the numbers will be pretty big, so this is easiest number to guard. I take at 2, I could get sacked though. Let me see. Do I really need Orialis here? It is really nice for the power, but I technically don't need it. But then I get to, what, I call 2 ride line out. So, okay, it's really greedy, but I'm going to guard this and just keep pieces for next turn. It is really bad having to, like, completely overguard this. But, like, all the numbers, I assume, are going to get bigger. Let's see. Do they have... Oh, my gosh. Wait, they don't even have the crit drive +1. Can I see bind here? They didn't even bind anything early. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so they, like, hella brick then. Unlucky. Alright, bindo. Yeah, they only have 2 crits in bind. That is pretty bad. Because I thought they had triple. And then they're going to Philia for the power. And we'll just take. Alright, pretty much just going to eat damage here. Okay, Persona Ride. So the one's in drop, one's in hand. I didn't realize they were on the SEC, or did they use skill? Because they wrote the SR, no? Or maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh, yeah, they wrote the SR. Okay. Alright, 1 crit. Yeah, no 3 drives because they didn't have enough crits to bind. Damage the high 5, that kind of sucks. Okay, we could heal it, but, you know, we're only going to start healing at 4. We lose ladder 2. Oh my gosh, okay. I mean, we didn't need it, but that kind of sucks. Oh, do they even get the restand with enough? Oh my gosh, they don't even have the 5 or more for the restand. That is so unlucky. Okay, so 38. I'm fine with 40ing this because going to... I feel like going to 4 feels pretty bad. And we're going to have a lot of... Let's see. Because we're always going to swing Van here, so we have the opportunity to heal. So I'm down to do this just to stay at low damage, honestly. Because we hit no defensives, but they also messed up because they didn't have the restand effect. Anyways, we get free ride up, and then Pleasure can also call Recius here, so let's see what we get. Okay, we get the grade 1 ride line, so we can double ride line here. Interesting. Okay, so we ride up for free. I mean, low-key, I'm down. Let's see. So Orialis, shove in. Emmael doesn't really matter. We could also E7 draw 1 instead of Pleasure too, so... let's just go for Orialis here first. Let's see the high 5. We're going to search the other red line from deck. So essentially what we achieve with this is we get cycle 2. So we get to draw 2 because we'll have 4 of the ride line on board. What do we even have in drop to shove into soul? Oh, we shove Emmael to soul. Sure. So let's put Emmael to soul. Because we're going to probably call Recius out off the, what's it called? Off Pleasure. Let's use this first. It feels kind of bad to put Orialis in. Maybe if I had more experience with this deck, I'd do something different. But we're just going to do this now because I don't want to spend up a lot of time here. So let's draw 1, see what we get. Plus another +5 to Van. Okay, we draw trigger. Let's see. We really don't need to use Pleasure here. Let's see. No, we're at 23. No. We do have to use Pleasure because we need to reach... we have to reach enough power. So let's see. We have the 2 and the 1. So let's just use the act. Oh, wait, I should have pressed Q again because I want to check. Okay, so I have the 1 and the 2. So we're going to call the 0 and the 1 just to cycle. Let me check. Yeah, 0 and 1 just to cycle. It doesn't really matter where. So if we're calling Pleasure here, it's pretty much just for the power. Yeah, and then we can just Soul Blast for even more power. Alright, it is what it is, and then we'll just cycle. I mean, I'm down. Alright, so let's do it. Let's E3. We're going to call Recius from Soul, because we don't have high 5 Emmael set up, so we're just going to go for really, really big numbers here. Call. Let's see. Soul Blasting for power. Let's just get the grade 3 out of Soul. And then we'll use Recius' skill to give +10 to Van. And then, okay, I didn't mess up. I have the grade 2 right here. And then we're pretty much just going to overcall Recius here. So we're going to match 1, 2, 3. And then the grade 1's really just here for the cycle draw 1. Let's go into battle phase. So we'll do no boost, obviously. I mean, they got 10 cards in hand, but we have like giant numbers here. So let's see. We want to keep our ride line, obviously. So we got 1, 2, 3, just to even out numbers. And then, yeah, I want to keep ride line. Losing Emmael feels kind of bad, but I guess this is a game where pretty much we don't have Emmael high 5 live anyways, so why bother focusing on it for now? We could always find Orialis or something to get it back into soul later. Let's countercharge the Angel Ladder in case we heal. So we are playing for heals here, and we do 3 draft checks. And obviously our numbers are massive. We have 51, 53, and then 43 with a single drive. They're going to PG this so they don't like get crit and go straight to 5. Understandable. All right, what do they pitch? Oh, here's the grade 3 from earlier. Okay, I can't read it because it goes straight into draft check animation. We hit a PG, that's pretty good. Second check. Okay, heal trigger is pretty big, which we did play for because obviously we were going to swing Van first. So now we get high 5 into drop. These are hitting 51, so let's just give it to the unit that's going to be doing a single drive. Arguably, you could give power to this column as well, but I don't think it really matters here. And then we'll do 53, 1 drive, which is pretty massive. So we're at 2 damage with PG, and we are going to be drawing... we're doing a single drive here, and then we're going to draw 2 more cards, which is pretty nice. All right, I have to take this. Flipping a crit would be pretty big. Okay, no crit, Recius, because we have no Persona Ride right now, so I would say that's pretty big, because we have, like, no pieces to get power right now. High 5 is also a draw 1, but obviously that's, like, main phase to find pieces. So let's see, we have... 51, 53, so yeah, swing order doesn't matter. We'll do smaller one first. And then obviously we'll shove this column in, draw 1, and then same thing with the other side afterwards. So 8 cards in hand after PGing. They pitched what? The grade 3. Let me see. I hope it doesn't change the animation once I go back to drop. Oh, so it's cycle, draw 1 to get crits into soul. I see. Okay, so they take. Oh my gosh, they damaged their last Unica. I feel so bad. Oh my goodness. We'll use skill. Shove this column in, draw 1. Because obviously we want our ride line back into soul. Because we found the pieces with Orialis. We draw Emmael, that's pretty nice. But not really helping us now, but we can show off the high 5 skill next turn. Like we can grab a PG. Actually, no, we don't have Orialis anymore to shove it back in. Okay, they're going to PG this one. We already knew they had a PG, so they were probably living this anyways, unless we flipped some crits earlier, which we did not. So we got high 5 Emmael active, but nothing really in soul we want to grab. Because we don't have Orialis anymore, because we greeted it with the grade 3 in order to, you know, have the double Hadia combo just to draw. Please draw Persona Ride? Oh, no. Okay, so we have enough power for next turn. This is 10, 5, and Vang is +5, but I wouldn't say we're in, like, the best position. Okay, so they did have the last one. Does the wording for this put into hand? It binds it, right? Beginning of your main phase, you do not read this card. Discard a hand. Oh, okay, so that's how it works. Okay. I don't think I've seen, like, new Unica for set 7 in quite a while. But yeah, we have high 5 active. We have PG. We're at 2, so we're chilling, but no Persona Ride. We lost ladder. Healing out the high 5 is pretty big because we can Emmael next turn. But yeah, we don't really have anything in soul we want to grab. Oh, no, we have Persona Ride. Oh, man, if we had high 5 active this turn, we could have... Well, okay, we didn't have Emmael on board anyways, because, like, Pleasure, getting that bigger number was kind of a better play. But if we did have Emmael active last turn, we could have grabbed Persona Ride from Soul. So that is an option. So for later. But right now, we're pretty much chilling. We do kind of want one more, like, named rear guard. This hand's okay. How many crits do they have in Soul now? Oh my gosh, still nothing. Okay, they have the CB again for the power. Oh my goodness. So they don't even get the restand right now, which is pretty unfortunate. Okay, so they got the 1 crit, but they're still only going to be at 4, so they need a way to get 1 more into soul. And then they'll get the full effects. Okay, Caliburn. I assume they're drawing 2. Selecting for Caliburn. Yeah, they need 5 more. Oh, they're going to CC. What? So they have it in hand then? Oh my goodness, they have to hard call it over something. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, because they want to search... Wait, I thought this doesn't search drop? Oh my goodness. So they have to search deck for crit? Oh my gosh. Well, okay, their skills are active now. So now they get everything live because like they bricked pretty hard on that first turn. So now they get to get the retire +5, crit +1, drive +1, and then restand. So Algemastar. So this is still 4 attacks. Wow, okay. Why did I think Unica did 5 attacks for some reason? But yeah, we're pretty much chilling at 2. We could still, I guess, die to OT this turn. OT is not out, right? OT is not out. We are out all heals, though. That is quite unfortunate, but we did sack pretty hard early there at 5. I think if we live, we pretty much win, but like... Let's see. We basically have to keep these 2 cards to have enough power for next turn. I want to guard with a 5 here, but 23 is pretty easy because we got to keep pieces. Let me see. Emmael intercept feels kind of bad. It's also really weird to like speak this out loud because I'm usually not used to doing... like I've done recordings like this before for other stuff. Because I want to try doing more commentary stuff like this, but it's honestly really hard to play while yapping at the same time, and also my voice is like dying. I think I've done like 4 recordings at this point. Anyways, easy guard there. Emmael is kind of whatever. I don't think we really need it for next turn. It's honestly PG fodder here. Like we have to keep these 2 pieces. We'll get 2 ride line, and then we'll have 43 shield remaining, and we just like pray. Because this will be 2 crit 3 drives. Is it going to resolve it afterwards? Oh, I guess both are on standby right now for Vanguard skill and then for Philia. So they should bind 5 here. Or should bind the 2 crits in soul, so they'll get 5 crits. Yep. There you go. Oh my gosh, they have no CB left because they CB'd for ride line for the power. Alright, there you go. Kill the front row. So yeah, intercepting with the front row is more optimal there, but at the same time, like I had to pitch something here for PG, and I had to keep both these pieces, right? So we're obviously going to PG this because it's a 2 crit swing. This is also going to get a crit, which is pretty scary as well. I'm kind of inclined to just take this, honestly. What do I lose to? Double crit. If double crit goes here, I die anyways. They're at what? 5 crits, right? 7? Oh, 7 in all public zones. I'm kind of down to take this. So they flip 1 crit, I go to 5. This column is what? 48? You know what? Fuck it, I'll take it. Screw it, I'll take it. Okay, no crits. I mean, they can only really have 1 crit left, so the worst is I go to 3, and I have to guard 1 side anyways. Okay, there we go. So I could still die if I don't flip any defensives. So I'm like kind of gambling here. Okay, they still have 1 more drive. Okay, they do want me to go to 5. They didn't split. Okay, split they could put me to 4, but anyways, so we take 3 damage. Okay, no defensive, pretty bad. Second damage, no defensive. Alright, I might just be cooked then. 43, this is 38. Okay, I'm going to lose a lot of cards out of hand. Okay, 1 defensive, thank goodness. Okay, we're good. Saved. This is what, 53, 48, so no fronts, so I still have to put 2 cards out. So I still lose 4 cards out of hand here, despite hitting that 1 defensive we needed. Yeah, I'm not really sure if we'll be able to close out the game. They are out 2 PGs though, and they are at 5 because they didn't heal down. Let's see, so this is only 53. Yeah, if we had front, this would be fine. Let's just PG this. Getting rid of the Emmael. PG effects. So again, no use of high 5 or Emmael here, but like pretty easy cards to pitch with because you know they're pieces you're not really using in this game at all. And then we have 53 for the other side. Because if we didn't hit defensive, was 43 was it was 48. Yeah. So if we didn't hit 1 defensive, we were pretty much cooked. I mean, okay, let's see. If I PG'd Van, I guess I'll just go over the recording later. If I PG'd Van, this would have been 3 crits, so I go straight to 5, and then... Yeah, it's the same result, because I go to 23, and then 53 for this side. Anyways, draw for turn. No Persona Ride, but we can set up Recius, I guess. Obviously, we don't want to ride that. So we do have draw 1. We are going to high 5, because we'll get another +5, so let's... it doesn't really matter. I guess Orialis... Let's draw 1. We're going to call Recius +5. Then we're going to use the grade 3 Shove the Soul. See what we draw first. Because we could still draw a piece or Orialis, which would be pretty big here. Oh my gosh, we draw another Recius. Holy crap. Okay. Who needs Persona Ride when you just find 2 Reciuses? Wow. So we'll call, skill will activate. So we're going to get plus 20 here, and then that's before we get to the other ECS2. So obviously we'll get Power to Van here. Yep. We'll call the 3. And we still have E7, draw 1, 2, or we can use Pleasure's effect. So let's use the skill, shoving in Recius to draw 1, plus 5. Okay, let's see what we draw. We draw PG, not the best. Plus 5, we'll go to Van. So what do we have to call out of Soul? I don't think I really set up a good attacker, but Pleasure basically gets us the extra piece here. I meant to see Soul. I clicked C by accident. Okay, we have all the Radline and another Recius. See, Pleasure is just more consistent here because we get the third named rear instead of having to E7 blind draw 1. So I'm down to just do that instead. It's just way more consistent. Because we're going to do 2, 2, 0, 1. As long as we swing the 0 last, or the 1 last, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's just go with it. So EB3. It's just safer than having to gamble on the E7 draw 1 is the thing. So we'll E3. Which one we grab doesn't really matter. Let's just get the 2 out. What we Soul Blast out also doesn't really matter. We're probably not going to use this again. Plus 5 to Van. And then we'll use Van's skill to get even more power. And these are just obviously like giant ass numbers right here. So we'll call what we need 0. I called the 2, so we need the 0 and the 1 here. Let's just call Ride Line. 0 there, put the 2 there. And then we're trying to go for the kill turn, so we'll just commit the Recius anyways. I mean, is OT out? I believe they still charged OT, right? Oh, their OT isn't out. Okay, so we lose to 6 damage OT pretty much. We'll go power there. And yeah, these will be matching 53, so these will be giant columns, even though we didn't P-Rides. So still pretty good, I would say. So let's swing, not boosted. No boost, swinging to Van. Using skill, we'll Soul Blast. You probably don't need P-Ride. We don't have Emmael to grab it anyways, so let's get rid of P-Ride. And then we keep a Ride Line here. Do we keep Recius? I feel like it doesn't matter, because we're going to shove in Ride Line anyways. I mean, maybe Recius could come up in another turn, so I'll get rid of 1. Because we're going to Hadia shove back in anyways. Counter-charge, Soul Charge. I feel like experienced Charmout players would know like what to Soul Blast there, but I just don't want to take up too much time. But I have like 200 seconds. We Soul Charge a high 5. Okay. So obviously they're going to PG this. I believe they only have, what? 1 more PG after this. Okay, so they're pretty cooked unless they heal. So we got 3 drives here, 53, 63, and this is 56. So some giant numbers here. Thinking what to PG, they pitched the Restandard that gains a crit. Okay, Twin Drive. Blank, the last Recius, okay. 1 more drive check. And a PG. Okay, no triggers. That kind of sucks, but we still have the single drive, so they basically the PG this or take it anyways. So hopefully we flip a crit here. We were out, what, 7 crits? No, we only have 4 crits. They were out 7 crits. Crazy. Okay, so let's do single drive, see what we get. I assume they have to take this, right? Because they only have 1 more PG left. They also still have 3 heals left. We went through all our heals like real fast. I do still wish there was like a login Deer Days. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other recording, as well as spectator mode. But, okay, so there's the Elementaria. You still got to pitch for that because I don't have triple drive. Okay, 1 drive. No crits. Oh my goodness. Okay. So 56, 63, and then we still got the draw, and we can leave the intercept there. Maybe that'll matter. But yeah, okay. So let's see. Do they heal? They're basically out all PGs. Yeah, so they have to heal. All right, let's see. No guard. 56 into 63. Casual 63 number. Just because we found that other ECS, but I mean, oh my goodness. Okay, they could live then. Oh, no. They're all PGs. All right, there you go. 58. All right, so they have to heal here. So they could still live if they heal. And they still got 3 heals left. No, they just guarded with 1, so 2 more left. Okay. All right. No guard. Take it. And we still have the 2 PGs, so like, I guess... Yeah, no, we're screwed next turn unless we 6 heal. Oh my gosh, they had OT. Okay, OT intercept. So do they still get to activate Persona Ride? I have to read. Okay, so they drew OT as their last thing to guard. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Ahadia, we'll keep our front row intercepts. Maybe that'll matter. Because they do get 1 retire, but I don't know, 5k more shield could matter. Shut the soul. Wait, did I mess up? I kept the grade 2 red line in soul, right? Okay, thank goodness I did. Oh, saved. Okay. Now I have to reread this. Beginning of your main phase, discard a card, radic same name from bind. Wait, so how's this? I really need to look up what Unica does. This reveal was before I was making reveal videos, so you get what? You don't have a card with the same as unit bind to activate, so I guess you have to set that up earlier. So what does this do? Did they ditch a card and do nothing, or does it still work? Same name as from your bind zone. Okay, so they just ditched a card for no reason. I see. Dear Day's prompt moment. Okay, we're probably fine here then. We drill check no triggers, but we have 2 PGs. They do still get the additional crit and drive, right? No, they have no CB. Okay, wow, they're cooked. Yikes. Okay. So they basically just had to not CB for the rad line last turn. Obviously, we're going to PG here. What do we not really need? I guess the grade 3. We PG both. We physically can't die here. What would I might need for next turn? I think I just keep the 3, honestly, in case I need the power. Because this goes 10, 5, then Vanish 5. So what's their out? Like double healing? Never mind. They're just edge. They flip nothing. Okay, yeah. And this game is pretty much over. So, I mean, they got really unlucky on their turn 3. Okay, they just FF at that point. So, I think they just bricked, honestly. And I don't think they meant to pitch there, but I don't think they had the remove trigger for the grade 1. So, I think that was still 3 poke anyways. But anyways, that was certainly a game.